Hello, Yako. Good evening. Hello, Mambo, to wherever you are around the world. Welcome to today's conversation. Today, I want to talk with you about community. A lot of times we hear the word community, and I think that is often misunderstood, particularly in religious or church circles. A lot of times we talk to people about what the church is, and I explain to them that the church is intended to be a community of believers. But exactly what is community and what does community look like? Because it appears that many people really have no clue, particularly when we talk about church. And most times I hear people speak of church, they simply speak mostly of church services, attending church services, or being a member of a church that meets in a certain place at certain times of week. And the rest of their life is lived independently of the people who they, quote unquote, attend church with. But community is the exact opposite. Community are the people who do life together. They are actually part of each other's life, whether there's a service or a particular place in mind. That is not what builds community. Community are people connected to people, not people connected to religion or church denominations or connected to buildings. Without connection to people, there is no community. And so we want to talk about the community in that sense. And I had made a few notes that I want to be sure that I cover as I speak with you today, because it's a privilege that God has given me to be able to pour into a lot of young people. I'm age 60, so anyone 30 and up or below or anywhere in between, when I have the privilege of sharing insight, wisdom, direction, or information with them, because life goes fast. It passes very fast. Even though I'm 60, I still feel like I'm 30, like I just graduated high school, and that's just how fast life passes you by. But I picked up some things that if I had known and had to have the level of maturity, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and even financially, how to manage my life, I may have avoided a few pitfalls along the way. Now, I don't live with any regrets, because everything that I went through in life helped shape me to be the person that I am today. But there are still some things that we can probably learn the lessons differently than actually going through the situations ourselves. And you can learn it from listening to others. And one of the scriptures in the Bible said, older women teach younger women, older men teach younger men. There's a real benefit in pouring your wisdom into the lives of those in the generations behind us. That's one of the real benefits. Also, it's a benefit for those who are aging or growing older. You can grow older without growing old. And a lot of times it's important to have a different levels of generations that you interact with. If you're in your 50s and 60s, most of our parents, grandparents are certainly probably have preceded us onto the journey on the other side of life. Our children are pretty much grown. We have grandchildren now, and you need to have that interaction with all of the different generations behind you, building on the generations that have preceded you, the good values that they instilled in you. There's another scripture that says you train up a child in the way that it should go, and when they're old, they won't depart from it. So I feel a responsibility, and I feel an obligation even to pour back into the generations to come, sharing what I've learned, life lessons that I've learned, and the fact that no matter how old you are, you continue to learn. Learning is a lifelong process. You never stop learning, children of God. And so let me be able to, by the grace of God, be able to share some nuggets with those of you in the audience today. And like I say, I'm particularly interested in pouring into the life of a young persons and those who submit to learning and growing can get some good benefit, I pray, from this week's conversation. So we're going to talk about building a healthy community. And as I mentioned previously, community is people connected to people, how you relate to one another, how you interact with one another. So you want to make sure you have first strong foundations. Foundations based on genuine, authentic care, concern, have common interests. It's easy to connect with people that you share common things with. Here on the continent of Africa, people have certain languages they speak, so it's easier for people to live in community with people who speak their language, understand their customs, and things as such. So people always find it easy to identify with people who have something, and they have something in common with. So strong foundations. Then you look at social and emotional well-being. That's what helps build community. You actually care about the people that you're interacting with. You develop deep level friendships, communication. I like to call them authentic relationships. And so you'll get the chance to learn about the person's life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the in-between. And you'll learn how beneficial it is to have a support system for yourself, as well as to provide a support system for others. Third, health and safety. You want to make sure that you're able to connect to provide mutual care and support and protection for one another. And also a fourth benefit of having a healthy community is economic strength. See, we can do more together than we can apart. I'm from America, and American culture is based on individualism. Everyone do it yourself. I got mine, you get yours. So that's not necessarily the healthiest way to build community. To build community, you got to learn to have some things in common with each other. And so you'll find that you can build wealth easier with others than you can by yourself. So wealth is not just material. Wealth is also emotional. Wealth is spiritual. Wealth is physical. So when we think about the term wealth, we got to think about it in more than just economic terms, but we must also think about it that way because we can combine and pool resources. One of the examples I like to give those that I speak with is the book of Acts in the Bible, how they had all things in common. And so you'll find that that's a healthy way to live because life will happen. The unexpected will happen. You have ups and downs in life. And the stronger your community, the stronger your support system, even in the area of finances. When you're up today, somebody else may be down tomorrow. And with somebody else may be up today and you may be down financially, emotionally, physically, materially tomorrow. But when you have economic strength by living in a healthy community, you can go through those struggles with better support. And you can come out of those a lot quicker and a lot easier in life. So you want to have that economic stability that a healthy community provides. And this goes to the individual households. Healthy marriages create healthy families. Healthy families create healthy communities. You also want to think about sustainability and your environment. You have to have clean drinking water. You have to have good, safe foods to eat. You have to have an environment where it's not filled with pollution and things as such, noise pollution included. So you want to create a physical space and environment that is nurturing, emotionally, enriching spiritually, that is safe in the natural sense, water, food, air that you breathe. And then there's also education and growth. We must share knowledge, sound knowledge. In the Christian terms, we may use the wording, you must endure sound doctrine or sound teaching so that you can grow in every area of life, not just spiritually. A lot of ministries focus so much on spiritual things, you almost forget that you're still living in the earth. So we have to also deal with earthly things, although we're not to be earthly minded. So we have to, what I like to say is have a holistic viewpoint in order to build a healthy community. And the root or the basic principles which Christ intended for the church was community. Now, of course, when we use the word church in most contemporary senses, we're talking about a place. that you go. Do you attend church? Where do you attend church? You may sometimes hear people say. But the question should be, are you a part of a community of believers who care and share, look out for each other, and all these areas that I just mentioned to you is a part of building healthy communities. So I really want to stress this, and I particularly am blessed to be able to speak to many who are leading others or have influence over others through ministry teaching or just social groups, business groups, where you can help build community in the true sense of the word, because people need people. So many people in the West, I saw some research says that a lot of people suffer with loneliness. They have the big house, they have the big car, they have the big position and title at work, but they have no real community with others that can be there to support them and share life's struggles and successes with. We all need that, even if it's just someone that you can talk to. This is why social media is so popular now, because people can get on their laptop or pick up their cell phone. They can join a dating site. They can join Facebook and have quote unquote Facebook friends, because people need people. People have a need for belonging with other people. They want to feel connected. They want to feel like they're not invisible. It's a normal human trait. And so as church leaders, in particular, and those who are community workers, let's focus on building healthy community, not just living in the same neighborhood. That's a different type of community, but we're talking about being actually involved and a part of each other's lives. Some people can attend church services with a group of people and you don't even know their names, and neither do they know yours. So you go home alone. That's not what the healthy part of the community that we want to build. Let's strive to build more bridges than walls around one another. Another scripture says that for a man to have friends, he must first show himself to be friendly. So reach out. If you're looking to connect, wherever you are around the world, you can do it either virtually or in person. If you want to join a small group or even start a small group, it's not about a religion. It's about relationship. Relationship, prayerfully, with God, and relationship with one another. Invite someone over for dinner or go out for dinner, have pizza, have a smoothie, have juice. If you enjoy bowling, go bowling. If you like sightseeing, go sightseeing. Take walks at the park, exercise together. It doesn't take much to find out that you have a lot more in common with people when you actually be interested in them, not for what you can get from them, but for what you can give each other, not just financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and in some cases, even financially. So let's strive to do more. Let's strive to be more. Let's be someone who would be there for others. I often ask people, if everyone in the world was just like you, what type of world would we live in? Would it be a more friendly world? Would it be a more forgiving world? Would it be a more understanding world? Or would you be isolated and separated from one another? So each one of us have a part to play in this. If there's anything we can do to connect with you, whether virtually or locally, or put you in touch with people who also have this need and desire to want to connect and build community, I'd love to hear from you. If you offer such in your area, keep an open mind. Don't be exclusive. Be inclusive to appreciate and accept all people. That doesn't mean you accept everything that everyone does, but you have to be able to separate the things that people do from who the person is. And we have to learn to love people, not because of themselves, but in spite of themselves in some cases. So love is a very powerful tool, and everybody needs love in different various ways. So if we're going to be an example of the love of Christ in the earth, let's display that love by not only loving our friends, but asking for the power to even love our enemies and doing good to those who despitefully use and abuse us in some sense. But it's so much easier when you can learn to connect with people who share your same values or same goals in life. I want to see people connected. People need people. And the best way we can do this is by building healthy communities in our churches, in our social groups, our business groups, and even in our homes, neighborhoods. Contact me, find out how we can get you involved in connecting with God, connecting with others, and even finding out who you are and loving yourself as well. Well, God bless you. I pray something that was said may be helpful to you. And again, I extend the invitation for you all to reach out to me. You can contact us through our Chat and Connect International group, no matter where you are around the world. I'm currently based in Africa, but I also travel back and forward to my home country, which is America. And so we would love to reach out, even put some resources in your hand and share some fellowship, friendship, discipleship, and even worship with you all. Well, that's all the time I'll take for the day, but I want you to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. Let's build healthy communities. God bless you. Shalom, Kwaheri. Speak with you later. Bye for now.